Hello, Tiger Scientists. We are on the second video of our unit, of our chemical quantities unit, and we are going to continue our talk on significant figures, and we are going to look at mathematical operations or procedures using significant figures and reporting our answers with the correct number of significant figures. So in this video, we are going to talk about addition and subtraction. Okay, so in addition and subtraction, the answer cannot have more digits to the right of the decimal point than either of the original numbers. So when I line up my decimal, when I do my problems, okay, I'm going to always line up my decimal for addition and subtraction. Then I'm going to look at how many places to the right of the decimal do all of my numbers go. Whichever ones go the least number to the right of my decimal, my answer cannot go any more digits past that. Okay, so in addition and subtraction, the answer cannot have more digits to the right of the decimal point than either of the original numbers. When we're talking about significant figures and reporting our answers, our calculator is usually going to give us more numbers than we need. So we are going to need to round, okay? So when we round, we're going to drop the digits that follow the last significant digit. So I count out how many significant digits my answer should have, or I find my stopping point for my significant digits, and then everything to the right of that is going to go away, okay? But before we do that, that first dropped digit, if it is greater than or equal to 5, then we need to add 1 to the last significant digit. And we'll see that on one of our example problems on the next slide. Okay, so what is one of my wonderful videos without an example? Okay, so let's look at our first example here. What is the first thing that I ask you to do? Okay, I ask you to line up the decimals. Okay, so let's line up our decimal in this problem. It would help if I had a decimal, right? Okay, line up the decimals. Okay, now I'm just going to plug this in my calculator, or really, I probably don't even need to plug it in my calculator, right? I can just add it up myself, okay? What I would do after that is I would say which of these two numbers, which of these two measurements ends first, okay? And that's going to be the 1.1. So I'm going to just draw this red line. My answer can't pass this red line, okay? So it can't pass this red line. So I'm going to drop off these numbers right here. But first, I'm going to look at this 3. 3 does not round up, okay? It does not round up because it is not 5 or greater. So my answer is going to end up being 90.4 centimeters. Okay, so that's going to be my answer to that first example problem. So let's move on to the second example problem. I always line up my decimal. Okay, so I always line up my decimal. Then I can plug this in my calculator and figure that out. Okay, once again, I'm going to look and see which of my two measurements has fewer places past the decimal to the right of the decimal. Okay, 0.12 only goes to the 100th place. I'm going to draw my red line behind it. Okay, my answer can't go past this digit right here. Okay, so it's not going to go past that digit. So I'm going to look at my 7. Wait, 7 is greater than 5. So that means that my answer is going to round up. Okay, so if I round up, then I'm adding 1 to the last significant digit, and my answer would be 1.98 grams. Okay, so that is the end to the mathematical procedures with addition and subtraction video. The next video in the series will be mathematical procedures with multiplication and division. So let's get going on that.